A big hello to everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's been a while since we had a video with completed projects. Finally, I have gathered some projects that I knitted recently. I want to share them with you. Below the video, I will leave links to the master classes and lessons, so you can easily knit any model you like. I will also list the yarn I used, the amount for each item, and the list number, to avoid cluttering the video. I'll probably show them in the order I knitted them. Let's start with these reversible hats. They are knitted with stockinette stitch in 2 colors. So, we choose 2 colors we like that go well together and simply knit with stockinette stitch. This hat is double layered. It is warm and suitable for winter. So we take a provisional yarn, cast on the required number of stitches, knit 1 hat with stockinette stitch, do decreases at the crown, close the hat, then undo the provisional yarn, and orline. Knit the second hat just like the first. It's all quite simple. I knitted this hat for my 7-year-old daughter. Her head circumference is 51 centimeters. I knitted the second one for myself. My head circumference is 54 centimeters. You can wear it as a pink hat or make it blue. Also, you can lower the edges a bit. Doing this will break up the color a bit. This way, the hat will not be solid colored, but with a stripe, it's also convenient. It even looks more interesting. I've knitted myself one in this color, dark. And this one is made of mohair yarn, this one. I plan to wear it just like this. I have shoes in this color, so I chose mohair yarn. If I turn it inside out, it will itch inside. So, well, I made a pair in 1 color for myself. My next finished project is these socks. They are ordinary socks, knitted in a stockinette stitch. Mine are for men, but they can really be made for anyone. This is just a basic model of socks. They are knitted. From the ribbing, we cast on the required number of stitches. We knit around with a 2x2 ribbing. Then we switch to stockinette stitch. After that, we divide the fabric into 2 parts. We knit the heel separately and then, after knitting the heel, we connect everything into a circle. We continue knitting around in stockinette stitch until the toe. Here is the toe. Making decreases here, a couple of stitches remain which we then sew. With a knit stitch, stitch by stitch. These are ordinary socks. I think the understanding will be helpful. For knitting such socks, I explain how to knit socks for any size. I knitted these for a size 40 to 41. My next project is this simple regular neck warmer. I knitted it as a men's piece. But essentially, this is also a universal model. It is suitable for both women and men. Even kids can wear it. Overall, it is very comfortable and easy to knit. It will suit literally everyone. So, the height of this neck warmer is 24 centimeters. And if you fold down the collar, it is 33 centimeters. It is knitted from the top down in a circle. We start with a 1x1 ribbing. That is, we cast on the required number of stitches. Join the stitches in a circle, and knit with a 1x1 ribbing. This all is the distance. After that, we make increases in 3 stages. I also explain all of this in my masterclass. I also have a video and a written masterclass. So, whichever suits you best. Just go watch and knit. I made the increases here using yarn overs. And that is all. After that, once we have knitted the required length, we bind off the stitches in the usual way, that is, we remove the first stitch, knit the second according to the pattern, and cast the removed stitch over the knitted stitch. This is a normal, universal decrease. I think the description might be useful to someone. Next I move on to a beautiful gradient hat. It is knitted for a head circumference of 51 until 5004. In short, it will fit. It fits both my 7-year-old daughter and me. My head circumference is 5004, hers is 51. So it is a bit loose for her, but it fits me more snugly. It can be worn with a pom-pom, or without one as you like. It is knitted in stockinette stitch, meaning you cast on the required number of stitches, and simply knit in stockinette stitch. Until decreases, the decreases here are very, very simple. They are literally a sharp decrease like this. So even beginners can manage it. And in addition, here I knit a gradient, that is a smooth transition from pink to blue. Here, in every third row, I held on to one strand of blue yarn, while omitting one strand of pink. This, in my opinion, is Slonimskaya yarn. I knit it in 8 overs. So in every third row I changed the yarn color 8 times. That is, I changed the color of the yarn. And so I achieved this kind of gradient, and that is all, after we complete such simple decreases at the crown, where you really just need to pull the crown together. One might say that there isn't even any actual decrease. Then we close the hat. We create a turned edge. Here it is, how the garter stitch looks. You can, in principle, make 2 turns. You can knit a long beanie like this. But I think that making 1 turn is enough, because here the stockinette stitch twists. This gives a volume. Therefore, 1 turn is quite sufficient. Here you can sew in some lining if desired. Mine turned out quite thin, and you can sew on a pom-pom. You can also choose not to sew it on. I just attached it here, tied it. Here is such a beanie. I knitted a shawl to go with the beanie. I used the same colors, therefore. I got such a set. So not everything fits in the frame, but I will show as much as fits. I specifically knitted it alternating stockinette stitch and garter stitch, because in this beanie, this turn also looks like garter stitch, right? Here, and here is stockinette stitch. That's why I decided to knit the shawl from such sections. Well, I took the same colors. So, it is knitted very interestingly. Not from here and not casting on a large number of stitches. But it is knitted from 3 stitches. From this place, it is knitted in turn rows, here. Having cast on 3 stitches, we gradually increase the fabric, that is, we knit in turn rows and make 4 increases in each right side row. Here, at the beginning and end of the row, we knit 3 stitches in garter stitch. Here, it turns out a border like garter stitch. Here, and at the end, we will have such a long piece, a long row in the end. I specifically worked several rows in garter stitch, so that, well, this edge of mine resembled this one. That's it. Here we simply alternate these sectors. We knit either in stockinette stitch or garter stitch. Here we create holes. If we want to, well, there is also a central braid like this. That's it. I explain and show in the masterclass. Therefore, there is also a text and video masterclass. Everything is very detailed, friends. Here, it results in an increase in each knit row. And the purl rows are knitted straight. This is how the reverse side looks. The size of the shawl, so, the length of this central chain, is 43 centimeters. The length of these 2 sides is 63 centimeters, while the longest side is 100 centimeters. Well, the shawl is a bit small for an adult. I mainly knitted it for my daughter. Plus, I was a bit short on that pink yarn. Therefore, I had to finish the knitting at this stage. Well, it's good for a 7-year-old. But if knitting for an adult, then it should be around 50. Well, that's what it seems to me. This is the chain, so I knitted starting with blue yarn. After knitting approximately 25 centimeters, I started transitioning to pink yarn. That is, I also have a gradient here, but in the hat, I introduced a new thread every third row. In the shawl, I decided to introduce a new thread every fourth row, so I knitted 3 rows with one color, and in the fourth, I introduced 1 pink thread, removing 1 blue. And I knitted like this until I completely switched to pink. I also have the same yarn here, 8 plies, so I changed the thread 8 times in every fourth row. We continue to knit, alternating these sectors until we knit the BACTUS. To the desired length of the central chain then, we will close all of these stitches. That is to say, these 2 sides. Starting from the corner, we slit the first stitch. We knit the second as per the pattern and place the slipped stitch over the knitted one. Next, we proceed with the USHANKA cap. It is the trend of the season. The entire internet is buzzing. With these caps, I think, why not knit a similar one for my daughter? So, I knitted it with a plush ribbing. My daughter's head circumference is 51 centimeters for 7 years old. So, here's how we knit it. First, we knit the details separately, 2 ears separately, the visor and a bit of the nape. We knit with plush ribbing in short rows, by the way. While knitting the ears and visor, I rounded them a bit. That is, initially, I cast on a little fewer stitches. As I knitted, I added stitches on the sides, and reached the required width of the ears and the required width of the visor. This way it has a smooth edge, not a square one. If you like a square shape, then of course, you can do it without rounding, without increases. After we knit 2 ears and the visor from the nape part, we join all of it in a circle. Knit in the round, not in rows, with plush ribbing. So, it looks the same from both sides. We continue to knit in the round until we reach the top, until the sharp decreases. I provide all the calculations. So you can knit it in any size. After we've knitted the cap itself, I show. In a separate lesson how to knit such hollow cords, I have 2 methods, so knit using whichever method you prefer. Next we make the edge finish, that is, the trim. I also show the trimming of the cap in detail in a separate video. After that, we sew on the visor. If desired, you can attach a pom-pom and sew in a lining. So, the last model for today is this jumper. Kitted in semi-patent ribbing, it turned out quite voluminous. I also have a gradient connected here. A beautiful transition from beige to olive. Here's a half-patent ribbing. It looks like this here. That is, I took this pattern for the front side, and on the back side, there are braids just a bit wider. So I knitted it for myself in size 44 to 46. Here, the half circumference of the chest is 48 centimeters. The length along the back is 54.5 centimeters, and the sleeve length from the armpit down is 38 centimeters. How do we knit it? I also filmed a separate masterclass in 2 parts. It means everything is very detailed. I explain how to knit such a jumper. You can also knit it in any size. So, I knitted it from top to bottom. Initially, I knitted this double neckline with a 1x1 ribbing, then I switched to knitting the raglan. I knitted the raglan with this half-patent ribbing in the round. Before the raglan, I knitted a small rise in turning rows, also with half-patent ribbing. After we knit the raglan to the desired length of this raglan line, up to the armpits, we temporarily transfer the sleeve stitches onto a thread. Well, yes, as usual. And then we start knitting in the round with half-patent ribbing. It turns out seamless just in the round. Here, I made small underarm openings. Connecting the fabric, we simply start knitting in the round and at the same time switch to another color of yarn. Of course you can knit in one color. So, after knitting the body, we finish with a 1x1 ribbing and close the ribbing with a needle. I also show everything. By the way, the closing with a needle is in a separate lesson. Everything I will also leave here under the video. After this, once we have knitted the body, we move on to knitting the sleeve, both of them. That is, we also knit in half-patent ribbing in the round, making decreasing. Here are the decreases. We also switch to 1-on-1 elastic and close the elastic with a needle. In this sweater, by the way, I changed the color of the yarn in every 7th row. That is, I knit 6 rows with one color, and in the 7th row, I add one thin strand of the new color while removing one strand of the old. That's all. And this is how the sweater turns out. That's it, friends. I will wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it interesting, informative, and that you spent your time well. In general, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon, friends.